These lenses are maybe the best affordable cinema lenses out there. These lenses are fast, easy to manage, and produce stunning images. So in this video we are going to look at the Sirui NightWalker 60mm and the 75mm set, while seeing some sample footage, lens comparison, special benefits and more, all to see if these are the best lenses for you. Okay, so basically the NightWalker are Super 35 Cine Prime fully manual lenses, and they are available on 5 different mounts like E-mount, RF mount and more, so you can get the lenses with the right mount for your camera. Also in the NightWalker lenses collection there are 5 different focal lengths, and I got here today the 60mm and the 75mm set, and because it's built for Super 35 formats, so if you want to think of that as in full frame environment, you can see the 60mm as a 24mm and the 75mm is about 113mm when you take in the crop factor. And because I'm using the Sony FX3, which is a full frame camera, I'm going to use the clear image zoom option to crop in. Also you can choose between 2 colors, you can get the black or the metal gray color version, which seems better for my test on my Sony FX3 camera. About the price of these lenses, by the time of recording this video, you can get them separately on a sale for $314 or $359, or get them on different sets with better price. And also if you choose to get the metal gray, it will cost a bit more, but with the metal gray color it will look a bit more expensive, and again the price of these lenses are pretty affordable for a Cine Prime lenses. Also the Sirui lenses provide few amazing benefits, and one of them is the fast aperture. Both of these lenses have an aperture of T1.2, which can give you two things: great low light performance and blurry bokeh. And the difference between T1.2 and T2.8, for example, is huge. It's 2.5 more stops of light, which in terms of light is like changing your base 800 ISO to 4800, so it's kind of a big difference. So with these lenses you got more room to work with while shooting at low light situations without cracking your ISO. Now you can see on the screen an example of exposing my shot at night at the base ISO of 800 with the aperture of T2.8, and you can see the shot is underexposed, but where I can open my aperture up to T1.2, you can see that I have more light in my frame, and I can even see some of the background that was lit from the street lamp that was behind me. Now I can even add the Sirui C150X to keylight me, and another small light behind me to motivate the street lamp and give me a kicker light, and you can see the comparison of the shot lit with the aperture of T1.2 and now with T2.8. Also, when you have the option to open your aperture up to T1.2, you can get this nice blurry bokeh, which can feel cinematic, especially on close-up shots, and I really like the nice look of the bokeh with this lens. Also, while shooting on this open aperture, the area of focus is very tiny, so when you don't have a focus puller, you need to be aware of where the focus is falling, so you don't get an unfocused footage. By the way, both of these lenses are having almost the same length, so when switching lenses you don't need to change your follow focus position on the rods. Also a nice fact, on the E-mount version the difference between the 60mm and the 70mm lens are only 1 gram. So if you want to shoot on a gimbal, for example, and want to switch the lenses, you don't need to balance your gimbal again, and I really see it saving some time on set. About the focusing here, the minimum focus distance on the 60mm is 30 cm and on the 75mm 70 cm. So you can also shoot relative close-up object with both of these lenses. And the filter treat size is 67mm, and I got myself a basic filter adapter for my 82mm filters to use them on these lenses. And here we have a comparison between the 60mm and the 75mm lens. Both of these lenses perform pretty nice and have a nice sharpness even while I'm shooting wide open. Also in terms of focus briefing, the 60mm and the 75mm are pretty controlled and having a minimal focus briefing, and you can see it with the 60mm lens and now with the 75mm. About vignetting, the 60mm is more vignetting than the 75mm while it's wide open, but I don't find it very annoying or something, and for me I like to shoot a bit close on most of my lenses, so I get that even less. Also I've done a quick comparison between the Sony G Master 24-70 shoot at 24mm, so you can see some comparison to the NightWalker 60mm lens. Besides that, I found the NightWalker as a slight sort of nice character that seems pretty nice and have their own look to the footage, and I really enjoyed testing them. In terms of build quality, let's start with the case I got for the set, which seems pretty nice, and I find it nice to have so I can have my lens secure nicely inside this case. The overall look of both of those lenses on the metal grey color is great, and the aluminum alloy build seems strong to help protect the inner optical elements. The focus ring here is 270 degrees focus ring, and it's identical on all the NightWalker lenses. And about the rings, I found them, especially on the aperture, a bit easy for changing, which is feel kind of less secure, but I don't find it a deal breaker or something like this. Now I want to show you some sample footage I did where I do few different lit sets with different styles, so you can see how this lens performs using some lights. Now I want to show you some sample footage example I shoot outdoors at sunset without using any lighting modifiers, only natural lighting. Okay, so I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure about the quality of these lenses before I got them because of the price range of them, but after I did some testing I found them pretty nice and having their own benefit like the size, the same weight, the fast aperture which can give you more stop of light and a very nice bokeh. Also I found these lenses perform really well, also with their own look, and the price for them really surprised me for what you get. By the way, some of the interior shots were lit with the Sirui C150X light, which I review in another video, and you can check it if you missed it. And I will put some links in the description below. Have a great week, don't stop creating, see ya!